Yeah, hi all. I think I'm audible to everyone. Great. So, first of all, I would like to say thank you to all to showing confidence in me and registering for this workshop. So, the basic agenda for this particular workshop is to learn a technique which result in writing a good paper. And when I'm saying a good paper, that means I'm seriously meaning it, because you might have heard that using this technique or making a combination of this technique with other content writing thing, people are able to publish their paper to A or A star. And I'll show you, it's I'm not exaggerating anything. So you can see yourself. So definitely we can write a paper using bibliometric analysis. But apart from this, there are other benefits also of this technique, which people generally don't think that way. The first thing, I don't know how many of you are have registered to the PhD or completed or aspirant. I don't know. I don't have your that way data, but it's not only important to write a paper, but also know about your topic. Basically, it's a kind of CV of your topic. आपके CV में क्या होता है? Your CV has main detail particulars about your. If you're talking about your academic CV or professional CV, your major things which one should know, right? When we are talking about biological, our biodata for matrimonial purpose, information is for that matter are important, and those information are shared. So when we are talking about bibliometric analysis, so basically it gives statistics or vital information about the data, about the topic, or about the particular area in which we are interested to know, work. It gives some features about that topic. So we will be ready with this, with the answers before actually doing any research, that whether this is a right candidate or whether to invest our time, or to what you will say, fight for your or you can fight for this topic, right? So bibliometric analysis give you that kind of third eye, I would say, in a light way, that you will come to know that whether I should invest my time in this researching in this topic or not, or if I really wish to invest, where should I invest, in which that big domain, what is the small niche visually you can find out, and you can work on that. Yes, it is possible through bibliometric analysis, but yes, you need to understand how to read those diagrams and how to go about that, right? With this thought, I'm starting my presentation. Can I go forward? Please write in chat box.
Yeah,
So,
ma'am.
to see you. Great. Okay, so I'm starting my presentation now. Just give me a second. Shigorika, can you help me out in this? I think now you are able to see the screen. Okay. I'll start
Yes, ma'am.
my presentation with one basic thing. What is literature? First of all, I need to ask one question. If anybody is interested, can unmute or maybe write in chat. So, what is the difference between a research and a survey? Anyone? Anyone? You may write in chat. Is there any difference between research and a survey? Am I audible to everyone? Am I audible? Okay. Survey is a part of research. Okay. Then what is survey? Okay. Survey is just collecting data and researching the entire process. Okay. So if you're talking about entire process or survey is a part of research, is it necessary that survey is a part of research? Great. Okay. So what is research basically then? What is research basically then? What is the major difference between that? One major difference. There are many, of course, but one major difference. Okay, fact finding. Uh, okay, finding out truth without being biased. It's the analysis. Let me add one more thing, which yeah, which you might be missing, is that research is always based on the literature, right? You need to study the literature. You have to base your research on literature only, while you can do survey of anything. You need not to prove any kind of gap. You need not to prove any kind of need for the study while doing survey. But when you are doing any research, you have to have contribute in the literature, and for that you have to understand the literature. For survey, you need not to see about the literature, how many times this survey has been done, or is there any importance of doing this survey or not. You really not need to put that, right? तभी तो अजीब अजीब सर्वे कभी संडे पेपर में यू हैव सीन ना, चॉकलेट खाने से ये होता है, दूध पीने से वो होता है, एंड दिस एंड दैट. एनी हाउ, so coming further, literature can be divided in further types. Sometimes we hear one word: content analysis, meta analysis, SLR studies. Many words are used for literature review. So I have tried to categorize different kind of research literature reviews papers into some baskets. The first is SLR. Systematic literature review is a mother term, umbrella term, which has been used. So either your structured literature could be domain based. Domain based means if you are working in tourism, if you are working in consumer behavior, if you are working in finance, if you are working in HR, whatever your domain, right? Entrepreneurship, anything. So in domain based, theory based means you are working on TAM, technology acceptance model. It's a very technology based theory. How to adopt a theory, how do people adopt a theory. TAM is very famous. There could be many theories, so TAM is one of that. Method based means you are picking some method, maybe SEM based paper le liye, maybe common method basis le liye, maybe ANOVA based paper le liye. So method based pe review kar de ki using these particular method, how many studies have done and how this particular method has produced the result over the period of time. And meta-analytical review means you are converting this literature review paper into numbers, right? Whatever results are there,
Madam, sorry to interrupt. Madam,
using
sorry
some
to interrupt.
software, you are converting them into some number, and then you are interpreting your result. That is called meta analysis.
Madam, sorry to interrupt. Can you?
Further, domain based has been divided into 5 parts. The first one is structure review. Now, in structure review means you are structurally cutting down the papers of a particular domain into tables. When we are talking about structure review, there would be essentially would be 5 to 10 useful table. It could be basis of the table can be anything, but it could be converted into tables. Normally, well-designed table hota hai, depending upon the paper what you are doing and depending upon the objective, how you are analyzing the paper, right? Then methods, theories, construct. You can also tell how different methods have been used, how many theories are used, how many construct are used. So table can be basis of that also. How different methods have been used to estimate or measurement of this particular construct, how different theories have been used. Like I told, that technology acceptance model, TAM is one model to assess the adoption of technology. UT is different. Technology readiness, this your DOI is another. So there are different theories to understand the technology adoption. So you can do one table on the basis of that also. So basically, this is one method, structured review, and this is one example. If you can see in the screen that.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt. Excuse me, ma'am.
How this researcher.
Madam, please make it full screen. Thank you.
Has done this work. So his title was Entrepreneurial Learning from Failure, a Systematic Review, right? And he has done this way. So this is a one kind of SLR where he made one of this table, right? So he told about how the author has taken this. So there are numerous tables in this particular paper. So I have taken one, right? Another. Now, framework based. This is another method of presenting the literature review paper where we divide a paper into some framework. So this framework may be called ADO, means antecedent, decision, and outcome. Maybe if we say service quality leads to satisfaction and satisfaction lead to this particular thing, or purchase to loyalty. So anything, antecedent of anything, then decision, and what are the outcome of those decisions. Then 6W questions can be put in a SLR paper: who, when, where, how, what, and why. Similarly, 7P framework is also there, and theory construct TCCM approach is also there. What are the different theories used to measure this phenomena? What are different construct to measure this phenomena? What are the characteristics of this particular phenomena, and what are the methodology followed by different scholars while measuring this phenomena? So this is also one way of presenting the structured literature review paper under domain analysis. Then sometimes authors develop their own framework also, or may add something to the existing framework. Now this is an example: 7P framework: potential, path, process, pace, pattern, problems, and performance. So it's not necessary that every pattern or every kind of SLR will fit to every topic. So you need to see that in my topic or in my domain, what's going to fit. But these are different kind of designs or templates available for SLR, right? This is framework based, which I told you. This is theoretical underpinning of one particular paper, and have given, and outcomes. So again, this is not a hard and fast rule. TCCM approach has not been followed here. So basically thing is that you try to just आपने poster का देखा ना, poster making आजकल it's very in. So you try whatever you have written in those 15-20 pages, you try to make a graphical presentation of this. That is basically a framework based approach, right? Now, sometimes we review to develop or to suggest some theory. So I think, have you ever noticed that sometimes it's not important that with one paper people write conceptual theoretical, only proposition they give, they don't give hypothesis. So basically they want to develop a theory. Later on they extend their work and to make some kind of empirical study of that particular theory. So people do that way. They first propose the theory using SLR papers. Like Venkatesh has done, He has done this TRA, theory of reasoned action, theory of planned is interest topic of this particular workshop also. So भी एक literature review paper है and it can summarize the content and structure of research and it relies on statistical methods, right? So basically यहाँ पर हम क्या करते हैं article publication year author whatever information we can fetch from the title of the paper, abstract of the paper, keywords of the paper and references of the paper. While we are doing bibliometric analysis, it fetch information from 4 things only. First, title of the paper, abstract, keyword and references that particular author has used. Nothing beyond that it will take. Whatever information it will give on that basis. And whatever connections it will make on the basis of these 4 things only. It will not read what is written in the paper, not a single word, right? Then hybrid review. Sometimes we, collate 2 kind of reviews and we make a hybrid review. Maybe I am doing bibliometric for my descriptive analysis, just telling about my data. Like in empirical paper, we do literature review, then we give the demographic profile, descriptive analysis of a paper, and then the model. In systematic literature review paper, people are using R or this particular bibliometric as the descriptive statistics for their papers, and then they are coming to either TCCM or to any other kind of literature review. So people are doing in both way. So basically it's another ingredient in your recipe box or in research box. You can use it in a many creative way. So it's up to you. A theory-based review means you are picking up some one theory and then you are finding out what all, where, in which context this theory has been used, in which country it has been used, कितने लोगों ने कितना construct इसमें add किया, कितना construct they have removed, how many have been empirically proved the relationship between the constructs. So you can try to synthesize the article using this theory in one particular paper. Like this. This paper has done summary of UT-AUT application. So UT-AUT again adoption theory. Then who all has used this theory? Who are the users, right? Technology, on which technology this particular theory has been used? What were the tasks? Adoption, which organization, which country, and what relationship it has validated. So you can come up with other kind of columns also. It's totally your creativity. Now, meta-analysis is a different kind of review and many workshops are happening on this also. So basically what it does, it try to say, if we are saying that satisfaction leads to clarity or this X thing leads to Y, it's not necessary that every paper has proved that and or with same level of beta or with same level of strength of the relationship. So ultimately that dilemma comes in front of the researcher that whether I should consider it affects it or I should not consider it whether it affects it. So there few authors present a meta-analytical review and they kind of identify the paper who have studied this kind of relationship using same technique, right? It's not that I have used PLSM, another have used Nova wala SAM, dusra SAM, and relationship is same and we can compare. No, the theory should be same or that technique should be same. If I am using t-test wala meta-analysis, then I have to find all the papers which have used this t-test statistics or t-test or regression for that matter. So that we can do. We can do meta-analysis of theory also. We can do meta-analysis of in between 2 variables also. So there are different branches of meta-analysis also. But meta-analysis will convert those relationships into some number and they will conclude their study by saying, yes, relationship exists between these 2 variables or not, right? I'm not going much into another kind of analysis because this is not purview of our particular workshop. So our basic consideration is bibliometric analysis. So we'll focus on that, right? Like there is one example. So basically, they find out mean kitna tha different papers mein, standard deviation, different and standard error. They find out that. A method-based means which kind of method? Like common method bias in hospitality research. So what they have done, they have taken all the papers of the hospitality research which have reported the common method bias, and they try to report how this has been calculated or what is the range it has been coming. So people are doing this kind of review literature also. Now till now, anybody has any problem, you can write in chat box. I can wait for 1 minute to take your query. If you have anything to say, anything to share, you can write in chat box. Otherwise, I can proceed further. Anything? Should I move further then? Yeah? Okay. So do I need to repeat? Do I need to repeat what I have told if you are feeling it's really fast? Okay. Just 1 minute. I am recapitulating what I have told because few people are writing. Just give me 1 second. So basically, I have told about this thing, and mainly our focus is bibliometric only. So it's systematic literature review. There are 4 major types of systematic literature review, and out of one domain based way, there are 5 main types of literature review where we do structured literature review on different bases, right? And bibliometric review is one of the kind of literature review which we do. Either we do separate paper on using just bibliometric review, it can be published, or we can combine bibliometric review with any other thing like TCCM, ADO, structured literature based on tables. So this will come under hybrid review. So the important thing for this workshop is this only, right? Rest was for the knowledge only. Now I'm moving further. Okay. Now bibliometric analysis. So bibliometric means, literal means is book measurement. What is measured is not physical properties but statistical pattern in variables. Like I told that it takes input from 4 things like your title, abstract, keyword and references. And it converts that information into numbers, right? Like authorships, who is the popular author, how many authors have worked together, who is the highest productive author in this area. Sources means which journal are publishing this on this particular journal. See, we always struggle. Paper likh liya, we don't know kahan send kare. Right? Now, when you will run R, you will know who are the major taker of your topic. So you are sorted out. You know that some journals are not publishing that particular topic. So that means those are not your target journal. And authorships, why it is important? Because sometimes, I don't know why, but sometimes we may not click to the author which may be writing good papers or high number of papers in that particular topic. See, there is two different thing which we will more explore in the coming days. That there could be 2 kind of authors. One is publishing regularly and his quantity is very high. The other could be the seminal author or maybe the author which may not be publishing continuously or high number of papers, but whatever he is doing or whatever he is publishing, it is of great impact. So we in coming 2 days we will be studying how to identify these kind of authors. Now, why this is important to identify or to understand the authorship? In literature review, you understand that whenever we are writing paper, editor send this particular paper, whatever we write, to those authors who accept to review the paper. And who will accept to review your paper? Those who are working in the field. So if you will miss any key author of that area, the first comment would be this: that author has not studied the literature properly, not explored the literature properly. So when you do bibliometric analysis, these chances are very less. You cannot miss, you will immediately see, okay, I don't have any paper of this particular author. Let me go back what he's saying. Or you will try to cite each and every main paper of those authors which are very impactful author in your field. So that's is important. Then subjects. It also tells that in which subjects your domain occur. Sometimes we know that whatever topic we are taking, it may have multidisciplinary approach. Some topic have a particular domain approach. For example, if I say artificial intelligence has a multidisciplinary approach. Technology has multidisciplinary approach. On the other hand, if I say banks, it may not have that kind of multidisciplinary approach, or maybe less than AI. So that totally depends upon your topic, or anything related to stock market. So it will have more of the business domain. So you will also come to know that my topic is popular in which domain. So maybe you cannot miss the those papers of that domain. Or you will also know that in this particular domain, this type of work is doing in this particular domain, in this subject, this particular work has been done. So subjects is in that sense is important. Then geographical origins. See, sometimes we see, "Arey, India mein studies nahi hai," or sometimes we see reverse, or maybe somebody wants to discourage you. They will say, "Oh, there is so much work in this country about that thing." While doing bibliometric, or while you will see the results of bibliometric analysis, you will come to know that which country is actively researching on this topic, and moreover which country is not actively doing, and you can find any collaboration of that origin country people, and you can talk to them to do research. So maybe you are not publishing that paper in Indian context, maybe you are tying up with someone else in whose country the paper is not or that topic is not much explored. So again, you can get that publication also. So you can also think in international horizon also, just not in Indian context. And citations, that is again an important measure to see, or to make sure that we are not missing out on any important aspect, right? Then it is the study of quantitative analysis of publication for the purpose of ascertaining specific kind of phenomena. So basically we are quantitatively analyzing the publication. Otherwise manually you cannot see that X person has cited or give the reference of 100 papers, who else has given use the common references which X has given. So this bibliometric analysis or the software does this thing for you. So you cannot, I can vouch, you cannot manually do that. Or if you can do best to best, you can do for 5 papers. There are hundreds of papers, thousands of papers. How can you do that? So for that, you need software, and it can make the connections between all the papers which you have chosen for your study, which cannot be tracked with human eye, right? Now, this is the man behind this amazing analysis, Alan Pitcher. So he coined the term statistical bibliography or bibliometrics and in general documentation in 1969. See, it's very old technique. But the problem is that earlier it needed coding, so maybe we were not using it much. Now, user-friendly softwares have come, GUI has come, and we are able to perform certain this technology into our papers. Now, again, what does it do? Analyze extensive amount of published research by using statistical tools. Figure out trends and citations. Co-citations of a particular theme by year. Co-citation आप different method पे कर सकते हैं. Co-citation मतलब क्या relationship है? Year से country, author, journal, method, theory, research problem. आप कुछ भी co-citations कर सकते हैं. Different software, different facility दे सकते हैं. हो सकता है the software which we are using, maybe 1 or 2 things you cannot you are not getting that option, but some other software is doing that. So there are different softwares also to do the bibliometric analysis. It's not 2 software or 4 software. There are many softwares. Then a graphical bibliometric review can be developed using Viewer software program, which is again one of the topic of our workshop, VOS Viewer. Now, VOS means visualization of similarities. So it can be done using WOSWare. Similarity ढूंढते हैं 2 papers में, 10 papers में, 50 papers में, right? Then bibliometric reviews do not deal with theories, methods, and construct as much as they usually do with authors, affiliation, country, citation, co-citation. Again, if we have mentioned the name of the theory in our title or in abstract, right, or in our keywords, we have given the name, then so it will take into that consideration. Otherwise, but if we have just mentioned the name of theory in just paper text, okay, then it will not take. So it will take only that data. So again, whatever author, affiliation, country, and co-citation, whatever, because generally these information are available in the upper and lower end. So most of the things come like this. But if in particular domain, people have a tendency to mention the theories or method also in abstract, so it will also find out how many people are using theory, or it will highlight that which theory has been worked more in this particular domain, right? वैसे तो I have answered this question, why bibliometrics, but it can give us this answer. See, I don't know how many of you have crossed that stage. Whenever we are looking for some research topic, we don't know कौन सा topic ले. And जो भी टॉपिक ले, sometimes our guy turned, इस पे तो बहुत काम हुआ है, or maybe some other will say इस पे तो बहुत काम हुआ है, or even for the writing a paper also, sometimes you are not very sure कि on what particular topic how much work has been done. So 5 minutes after giving 5-10 minutes research, or maybe half an hour research, you will find out how much work has been done on this particular topic. At least you will have some vague idea. So isn't it magical? Then main keywords that people are using in this research area, right? Maybe you are missing some keywords, but doing bibliometric, you will know that maybe which keywords are there, which people are using, other authors are using. So you may also change your search query using by adding those keywords, right? Then how many countries are doing this research? Who are the key authors? Is there any connection among the authors? And collaboration, individual level pe, means author level pe, and country level pe. What are the main branches of a particular research topic? And you will come to know about the clusters which emerge in one particular topic, right? So this particular paper has done the bibliometric review on resource dependence theory. So what he has done, whosoever paper have used the resource dependence theory, they have collected those papers and they have done the bibliometric analysis of that particular topic. So whatever you will feed into your query string, whether it's a name of the theory, whether it's a keyword, whether it's a, any method, SEM or anything, you will get the data from that angle, right? So while we'll do hands-on, you can see what I'm talking about. Now there are different softwares available for bibliometric software. The first is BibExcel, WOSWare, SkyMac, Bibliometrics, DeCide, Gephi, Pagec, and RStudio. In RStudio, we are going to use BiblioShiny. Why I am using these WOSWare and BiblioShiny? Because these are comparatively very easy software. When we will do Gephi, you will yourself understand why we have taken these two software. But baki other softwares are good. It's not that they are bad. But the problem is that they are not that having that high level of visualization, not very good visualization. Plus, they are not very simple. These are just drag and drop, or select. So you can learn these softwares very easily. Now, this is a glimpse of a paper. This kind of tables you will get, authors, arguments. So they have made this table, but like total citation of that particular paper, weighted average citation. This main argument you have to find out yourself. Software will not give you, but they will give you this paper, citations, weighted average citation, Dunning, this. So basically, they will software will provide you this information. This person has read this paper and given this thing. So you can always play with the table. It's not necessary that whatever information software is giving, you cannot change that information in that sense, that presentation of that table. It's not that. Your wish. If you want to add anything into this table or you want to delete anything in this table, it's your wish. You may not, you are not interested, maybe weighted average number of citation, maybe normal average number of citation. So you can do that. Then co-citation, I will tell you tomorrow, because abhi it will be too much to the theoretical part. Now I would like to switch to the practical part. But before that, I would like to call for your queries, if it is any. I would like to stop here for 1 minute to invite your queries. If you are having any query, you can write it in the chat box, please. Any query? No? Tell me, Samantak Chakravarti. Yes, I'll be sharing PPTs. I'll be sharing PPTs, I'll be sharing recording also. No worries about that. Anything you want to ask related to whatever I have told you? What about the study of relationship between two constructs? I don't know what you really want to do. If you really want to see that what work has been done between these two variables, so you can put the name of those two variables to search string, and you can find out the papers related who have used those two construct, and you can use run the bibliometric. You can do that, but not that meta-analysis thing. That runs differently. That find out the relationship, like R you some people have reported, or maybe beta. Bibliometric doesn't work that. Bibliometric says, okay, on this two particular construct, this much studies have been done. Out of these much study, 100 are from America, 50 from India, 30 from China. X person has done this much work, Y person has done this much work. These were the major theme in which these two particular, like let's say consumer behavior, let's say marketing, let's say entrepreneurship. In these 4-5 domains, these two concepts has been studied. It will give information in that context, not in any number form. Yeah, I think I'm clear. Have you got the answer? Okay. Anybody wants to ask anything? What is the difference between meta-analysis and bibliometric? Okay. See, meta-analysis is, let's say, if I say X is related to Y. So X has some kind of impact on Y. So meta-analysis measure whether X really impact Y or not. See, 10 studies have done. Yes, it has some impact. 2 studies will report it doesn't have any impact. 3 studies will report it has mild impact. So ultimately, our researcher wants to know whether it has impact or not. Right? So meta-analysis convert those numbers or those different 15 papers data into one number, and then give their result that whether it impacts or not. But bibliometric analysis will do that these two constructs have been used in which context, by how many papers, in how many countries, whether these two constructs are has been cited together by how many people. So it will do different kind of analysis of those two constructs. So this is the basic difference. Am I clear? Yeah? No, it's not a kind of averaging. No, sir, it's not a kind of averaging. It's a kind of visualization. Of course, it uses some kind of algorithm, but it's not average. Okay, I think now I should move further. Yeah, trend you can say. Okay, so now I'll tell you that how you can see in bibliometric analysis, or for that matter in any literature review paper basis, raw material is very important. Now, what is raw material here? The studies. from which we are going to do analysis. So that's why searching should be very important. So I want to show you something before moving further. One second. I'm sharing you. Let me show some papers to you. Maybe then you will be able to understand. I think I don't know how many of you heard about this particular journal. This is Journal of Cleaner Production. It's a very reputed journal, A category journal, and having very high level of site score. You can check it out, right? It's a very latest paper. You can see 2020 paper. Now they have employed the bibliometric analysis to identify suitable business model for electric cars. Now, what are the keywords here? Business models and electric cars. You have to understand these things. Why it is important? Because whatever paper you will be doing review, you have to take it from using those keywords only. If you are not able to put right keyword or your methodology is not correct to collect those paper, you will be in trouble. So whatever analysis you are doing, that's not going to be justified properly. So most important thing in literature review paper is your RM, and reviewers also study that. So this guy has started with some research question that what is the global trend of the scientific publication? What information is uncovered from this trend? What are the future direction of research? And also obtains the following objective. Provide bibliometric information on.
Madam, the paper is not visible.
See, all Scopus.
Madam, the paper is not visible.
Paper मिलेंगे who have used multiple databases. ठीक है? देखिए जो WOSViewer है that runs on Web of Science or Scopus.
Ma'am, paper is not visible.
Right? Similarly, BiblioShiny also run on Web of Science or Scopus. Why I'm talking about Web of Science Scopus? Because business management domain mein, these two databases are very important, right? But the problem is that if you want to collate two databases, you have to do coding from your hand. Okay, but you cannot use BiblioShiny or WOSViewer. For using these two drop-down or easy software, you have to take data either from Scopus or from Web of Science. And you can find many papers who have used just Scopus database. And you will find similarly other way around also that who have used Web of Science paper, right? But in general, Scopus has more coverage than Web of Science. So whenever you are saying that I have taken the Scopus database, you cite 2-3 papers that these have also taken paper from this database, and definitely they must have mentioned the reason why they have taken Scopus. You also put those reasons and you are justifiable. See, in research, one thing is very amazing. If you have reason or if you have justification or if you have a paper, model paper, use that thing, you are saved. Nobody is going to ask you any question. So whatever you are doing, if you have some kind of reference to that thing, you are saved. So always keep these kind of papers as your assets in your laptop, that this particular paper will save me from this thing. And whenever you are doing PhD, generally we come across many papers, or बाद में when we read it, we just remember कहीं पढ़ा था, but I don't know where it is. So please, उसको जो भी नाम दे, whatever you remember, you keep that paper at that time also. You save that paper at that time. Then only, right? That paper will save. So these guy has also used our package BiblioShiny, and I have deliberately chosen this paper so that you can get that confidence that this particular software can also make us publish.
Ma'am, that paper
right?
is not visible.
Then variables such as authors per article, prominence index, then uses citation analysis, collaboration. And studies countries to evaluate electric car production, citation and network. So just see the diagram once. Then I'll let you know. So this is something which is available. It's not on the literature only. It's very easily available.
I think she has
was
muted.
given by Arya and who are the designer of BiblioShiny. They have given this kind of diagram. So nothing fancy about that. So these all diagrams you will be fetching for your data. But I am showing you. So this is
Somebody tell her to
which journal
look
has
at the
started
comments,
publishing
please.
more about this. Like electric vehicle pe energy policy is,
So many
started
people are
publishing more.
commenting already.
Then this, then journal of cleaner production, then transport policy and transportation. So you come to know my target journal is this. These table also you will be getting from our software only.
She's
See,
not
they have
reading the
given
comments.
also
Shivarika ma'am, please
diplomatics
call
are
her up
writing.
and ask.
This all information you'll be getting.
Yes, please, somebody call her and do it. Yes.
Then this is a very common thing, but they have given. Now this is dendrogram. Again, you get it. This you all know. This is the trend topic that earlier in 2011 automotive industry was the trend, then environmental impact, electricity, then electric car, then internal combustion electric vehicles, then sustainability has come into the picture. Now you can evaluate into ways how sharp you are evaluating the things. Your analytical skill will come here. So they have given this thing. How better you can present your explanation, it's up to you. So there are paper of bibliometric in C also. There are paper in bibliometrics on A. So where is the difference? Difference in the explanation only. So that you have to expertise, right? And citations per year. Then again, country key publication.
She has muted
उन्होंने
everyone, I guess.
उन्होंने
We'll be using,
एक्चुअली
we'll
पीपीटी
be
खोल
learning
रखी है तो
another very
उनको
beautiful diagram, not this diagram. I'll show you which diagram we are going to learn. This is the you get, but it's not very illustrative. It's not very informative. But we are going to do it. It will be very informative. Article published, countries, connection between. See, the broader the line, the wider the connection. In electric vehicle, US and China are connecting or doing collaborative research. With India, it's very less. And you can see Africa, there is no research in this electric vehicle. In this South America, there is no research. Right?
She's presenting, that's why she can't
In
see
this
that we
country,
are
people are
commenting.
not working much, and you can collaborate with the people of those particular country, and you can do your research. Now, these are the different domains and clusters they have taken. Now, this is again the beauty.
उन्होंने जो विंडो ओपन कर
Are
रखी
we
है ना,
given? But
जो
what you
स्क्रीन
have to
शेयरिंग
write
करते हैं उसमें ऑप्शन
that
आता है विंडो सेलेक्ट
your
करने का.
writing skill
तो
will
उन्होंने
उन्होंने
गलत
पीपीटी
select
वाला
कर
विंडो.
दिया है.
right?
हाँ हाँ
But
हाँ.
it's not that you cannot publish
उ- उ-
on this.
उनको नेक्स्ट टाइम बोल देना हमको
technique
म्यूट ना करे,
in a
हम
good
खुद को
journal.
म्यूट करके रखेंगे, जिसको पूछना है वो खुद पूछेगा.
I'll show you another paper. This paper is just on core citation analysis. We'll be doing these kind of diagrams. Just 2-3 diagrams. And
उन्होंने इतना एक्सप्लेन कर दिया है, अभी दोबारा से करना पड़ेगा सारा कुछ.
हाँ, actually.
see that
I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is purely waste. We're not able to understand anything.
So what are the core areas? What are the major research? How research is moving forward? What are the key authors and what are their contributions? So they have divided the research into different themes. Again, your creativity comes in how you can present the work into different ways.
मैम मैसेज डालिए उनको. मैम मैसेज डालिए उनको.
They have divided the data into 2 period and
Actually,
I'll
मैम को बीच में पूछना चाहिए कि किसी को समझ रहा है नहीं समझ रहा है, फिर कुछ
done.
होता.
Now let's go to the scoopers. Let me show you how to do
No,
it.
no, no. Let her continue. When
Are you
she
ready?
comes back and asks the doubt,
Should I
she
do
has
that?
to repeat everything.
Yeah. Can I start?
Madam, we can't hear you.
Hello.
Now her voice is also gone.
उन्होंने खुद को ही म्यूट कर लिया अभी।
उनको कॉल आ रहा था, मे बी दैट्स व्हाई। श्योर मैम।
Hello, is it audible now?
You're audible, madam. Things are, you are audible, but your screen is not been shared in terms of the paper you are showing us.
Ma'am, we can only see the folder that named October 9.
Ma'am, please share the whole screen.
Now you are able to see.
Ma'am, we can
Madam,
only see the folder.
Folder, but the papers are not there. That is not opening up in front of us.
Yeah, are you able to?
No, ma'am. The
Inside
PDFs are
the
not opening up.
While
Ma'am,
sharing
present the
screen,
whole screen.
yeah, present the whole
Are you
screen,
able to
ma'am.
see my screen now?
No, it's only the folder in which there
Ma'am.
are around 6 PDF files.
You are sharing a particular folder only.
Now?
Yeah, it's coming now. Yeah, it's better. Ma'am,
Ma'am,
please get a confirmation when you are sharing the content or material. Please get a confirmation before you proceed.
Now you are able to see.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you. Carry on.
Ma'am, a little request, please don't mute everyone so that anyone can ask doubt in
Are you
between.
able to see now?
Ma'am, also tell her to unmute everyone. Because while presenting, she can't read the comments.
दिख रहा है ना? Now you are able to see my paper?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll cover. No issues. I was discussing the paper only, right? So I'm sharing those paper also. No issues in that. Okay. So before that, discuss this thing with you. This is the bibliometric based paper, and this is again in Wiley. And you can see what they have done. They have found the evolution of consumer psychology research. So whatever papers they have taken into consideration is based on consumer psychology. So they have done bibliometric and network analysis. Network means connections, right? So what they have done, if you can see, what are the core areas? What are the major research themes? How have the research team evolved in 50 years? And who are the key authors? So what they have done, they have analyzed the paper based on this thing only, and they have collected from, they have used doing it BIP Excel, and Scoopus they have taken, and co-occurrence was done on the basis of BIP Excel, but we can do it on the WOSWare also. So these kind of themes they have given. Visualization may be different, but the work will be same. So they have come up with these four themes, that consumer behavior has been done in marketing industry, consumer behavior, human behavior, and theories in consumer studies. So these are the major themes. These are the keyword co-occurrence that count keywords. So you can say consumer participation, social psychology, consumer policy, social values. These are the main keywords which most of the people have used. So that's what I was saying, that if you, let's say, miss upon some particular keyword also, so you can see that, oh, I have not taken customer satisfaction. So that is also important part of consumer psychology. So you can see from here also that maybe you have not given that keyword while you were doing search, but maybe other people have used those keywords while giving their keywords in their papers or title or abstract. So software also take into account that. So they have done this particular paper because their theme was evolution of psychology. So they have divided their paper into time horizon like 1993 to 2016 and before 1993. So we can do it by separating, making two different lists in Scoopus, and that we can do, right? So there is one more, another important paper which I can show you. You can see the paper. You can see the paper. JCP, Journal of Cleaner Production. Great. Now you understand this is a very big journal, right? And we are having a paper just on the bibliometric analysis on this particular technique. You can see that. So what they have done, these are the two keywords they have used: business models and electric cars. Of course, you need to read the abstract also, that maybe those two keywords have been used in that context or not, in which context you have started your study, but it will give you a big picture. Now, they, what were the research question of their study? What is the global trend of scientific publication? What information is uncovered from this trend? What are the future direction of research in this field? So these are the broad questions they started, and they have given the objective, and you can see that they have used the same software which we are going to use, R package and BiblioShine. So there is nothing fancy about the software. What makes them to publish it into JCP is there the level of explanation they have given to these pictures. You know, how do you analyze? That is also equally important. Just getting the picture will not work. So getting a picture is one thing, and how you interpret them is another thing. Similarly, getting data collected is one thing, and how you analyze them and how you present your result, how you give your discussion and implication, that makes your paper published. Not only one thing. So like any other technique, bibliometric, using bibliometric is also giving the 30-40% of the work, but other 50-60% you have to do by reading the papers, right? So they have given source growth means the journal which have been started publishing, like an electric vehicle paper has been published more in energy policy, then in Journal of Cleaner Production, then transportation. So you know that if I'm writing this particular journal, these are the top journals which are publishing in this particular topic. Maybe you can get the 50 list also, but they are depicting here only 5-6 top journals. So you, when you will do the bibliometrics, you will see we will get the whole table. So you can target as per your writing skills or whatever you are doing, that how, where my paper should be, can find a home, right? And similarly, authors keywords, this multi-authored, first author, ranked by articles, then tree map, this is all old, dendrograms, then electric vehicle, this is trend. See again your creativity. While in 2011, more research were using, scholars were using automotive industry, life cycle, technological development. By the time 2019, 2020 is coming, sustainable development, competition, carbon dioxide, these particular phenomena has come into the picture. Now you can also discuss these things. Then innovation, profitability, electric cars were there because our topic is electric cars. So definitely it's going to be there. But how things have changed from technology development to sustainable development. So you can play with the words, you can play with the explanation also. So that totally depends upon you. Right. Similarly, they have given country tool, how two countries have done. We will make better pictures than this using geocoding. And again, the main themes or main models. So this is their whole hard work by reading the papers. So that you have to do. That software, by using software, you cannot be escaped with that. But definitely it will give you input to write. What you have to write. It will give you a direction, mota. But okay, I have this table, now I'll explain this. So it will give you that kind of direction while writing a paper. I think it's clear now. We have many papers, but now I think I should switch to the how to search in Scoopers. Can I proceed there? Yeah, can I proceed there? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
So I'm logging through my university. See, for that you have to have Scopus. Otherwise, you won't be able to make the list. And for list, you have to have your account with Scopus also, and it's very easy to make. I'm making. I have already made. So I'm just signing in. No, Scopus is not working. Just give me a second. So sometimes Scopus behave in a strange manner. So don't lose your heart. Try again. Okay. So let me share my screen. Title of the paper means I'm not getting you. Title of which paper?
Ma'am, the paper you just showed us, or the title of that paper.
I'll share. Sure. Otherwise, I'll show you. The title of the paper was I'll share paper also, no issues. Employing bibliometric analysis to identify suitable business models for electric cars. Right? So can you see my Scopus window? Because if you are not able to see that, everything will go waste. So tell me.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am, we can say it.
Chaliye. So now see very carefully how we are going to do that, because if that is not done correctly, everything will go in waste. Now, see, sometimes we have two words together, like you can see EG, cognitive architectures, or I can say artificial intelligence, if to or consumer behavior. So what I should do, see, I have done already few searches. Let's say I am saying this, M payment and low income, right? Now, because I want this low income together, if I don't put this inverted comma, it will come low, it will show me result of low also and income also. And moreover, I need these two terms come together, mobile payment and low income. So what I will do, I will put a bracket sign here. Abhi I am just doing search. No documents. Right? Then I need to edit it. Maybe I will say mobile. I don't know. It's not making any sense. I'm just typing any word. Let's say you want to say mobile payment, anything. अच्छा, you can do different things. Either you can do only author का search, first author का search, किसी particular journal का if you want to see source title, article title, only abstract में आपके ये 2 words देखे, keywords में देखे, कहाँ देखे. So by default it takes अपने आप title, abstract और keyword. So we need all these 3 things. So ये different देता है, you can do that, or even you can select this way also. But right now I don't want to complicate it much, so I'll go with this. Now it's giving me 1166 articles. See here, I used mobile in inverted comma. You can don't use it because it's a single word. It's not necessary to put it in this inverted comma. But definitely you need to put the bracket whenever you are searching it, right? Now you can see. Now you can see the view abstract from here. So you have to read your abstract also. Like अब पहले मैं basic बताती हूँ आपको. Now you can see Scopus is giving you 2020 में there are 122 paper, 2019 में there is this. So year wise they are telling you. Author name means you are यहीं पर you are getting who are the main authors of this particular thing. You can see this. In medicine there are maximum paper, then you need to see हमारे काम का कौन सा है. But broadly these departments or these subject area has the maximum paper, and you can also see view all. So if you want to tick particular, let's say I want to see just business and management, let's say, right? नहीं देखना मुझे कुछ और, limit to, or you can choose 2, 3, 5, 6. There is no limit. But I really want to see just business and management. There are 58 documents, right? Then, if your search is very big, बहुत सारे results आ गए हैं, you can confine to article only, or you can confine to conference or book chapter. It's your wish. अभी तो we don't have much, तो इसलिए मैं इसको नहीं confine कर रही हूँ, but otherwise I can confine it also. Then source title means if you really want to pull out the papers only of some particular journal, you can pull it from here also, right? Publication stage, final or this. If you really want to have the work of any particular one university, you can also take that, or you can at least your basic GK will be prepared on this only, which I told you. How much work has been done, this, that, this thing. Then country, then source type means journal, book series, conference proceeding, and languages also, right? So you can go for any exclusion, inclusion criteria. And please do remember, whatever you select here, it will make your inclusion, exclusion criteria. That yes, I have used these 2 keywords or 4 keywords, and limit to subject area. You can see that this is my inclusion criteria. That any paper which was from business domain, this is was my inclusion criteria. Any paper which was in English language, inclusion criteria 2. Any paper which was just research paper, inclusion criteria 3. So there is no limit that how many inclusion criteria should be there or exclusion criteria should be there, but you have to mention. And it's always advisable to save this search query and this 58 doc result, or make a screenshot and just save it into your some Word file, because sometimes reviewers ask you, just share me your input, because sometimes they tell you कि जब आप पेपर रिव्यू पे भेजेंगे एंड आप हाई इम्पैक्ट जर्नल पे भेजेंगे, दे विल टेल यू, एंड वो एक लैग टाइम लेकर चलते हैं. लेट्स से आपने पेपर सबमिट किया जुलाई में एंड दे आर रिव्यूइंग, तो जुलाई में पेपर सबमिट किया तो मे बी यू हैव फिनिश्ड इट राइटिंग बाय मार्च, ठीक है, एक रीजनेबल टाइम देके. सो बाय द टाइम दे आर चेकिंग, मे बी इट्स अकरिंग 58, दे विल थिंक ओके 70 हो जाएगा, 80 हो जाएगा, इससे ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए, राइट? दे विल सी 2020 में कितने ऐड हो गए होंगे. सो उसके हिसाब से यहाँ से दे विल सी कि अच्छा इतने नए आ गए होंगे, बट 2019 तक के तो होंगे ना. सो दे कैन सी योर थिंग्स दैट वेदर यू आर रिपोर्टिंग द राइट थिंग और नॉट, राइट? नाउ व्हाट यू कैन डू, you can save your list. देखिए, if you want to play further with these papers, you have to save it to list. And for saving a list, you must have a account into Scoopus or for Web of Science also. So I have my account, PG means Pooja Goyal, and I have to save it. There are 2-3 methods of saving it. Either you save all the papers without reading the abstract. There is one way, all, right? And if I have many things, and if you really want to see कि मैं बाद में पढ़ूंगा, I don't have time to right now to read all the papers and then make a list. And maybe you think that I am not bothered in which direction this paper is written. My research is key in this domain. Whatever paper is coming, I want to do. You can do that way also. But if you really want to see, so you can read the abstract, and you want to read this, and you want to take it particular this paper. Then you don't want second and third paper, then you want fourth paper, like on the basis of this abstract. See, Scoopus is citation database. It will not give you full paper. For full paper, you have to use different methods only. Either you go to the Google Scholar or Skyhub or to the journal site, or you can go to ResearchGate. Use anyway, but Scoopus will not give you a paper because it is a citation database. You have to understand that. So let's say I pick and choose some paper, okay, and then I save it to somewhere. So what I will do, I have saved to list. Now it will ask me whether you want to create a new list or you want to save it in your existing list. I have my existing list, but today I will make my new list and I name it October 9, right? Save list. Because I have saved only 4 documents, it has the selected 4 documents were added to October 9. Now, let's say I want to change my keywords now. I'll say, okay, let me do poor people, low income or poor people. I can do that now. So I will do that. Or what I can do, I can complex this query also. Just wait a minute. So you can edit this. And I'm just deleting it all क्योंकि brackets इसमें बहुत calculation से लगते हैं. And what I say, mobile and low income. Lower case और upper case से इतना फर्क नहीं लेता ये, right? Oh, I want either ये हो or mobile or these are Boolean operators and or. You can find it out here also. एक भी bracket छूटा, एक भी inverted comma छूटा, it will not run a search query. Okay, poor people. Now I need to put 2 things here. First, I need to put 1 bracket here and 1 bracket here, and then 1 bracket here, 1 bracket here. And then I need to make this combined. So 1 bracket again here and 1 bracket again here. Search. You can see results, right? So you can again use any filter, and let's say this time I select these 2 papers. Okay, I'm just showing you how to do that. You have to do it yourself. Then save to list. Now I want to save these 2 papers to my October 9 list. It will be here only somewhere. This save list. Now you can say you want to see मेरी list में कितने paper हो गए. You can go there. It's showing 6 papers. You want to edit this list, you can edit this list also. You can rename also. Net speed matters a lot when you are doing Scopus search. Okay? You can delete this list also. You can see the papers in this list also by clicking this. So I have 6 papers. Now later on you want to delete some paper, you can view the abstract, you find no, this is not useful. You can delete this paper. You can select this paper and you can delete this paper. From the list. Like this. You can even save the list as a PDF in your data set if you want to have it query. Okay, now one more important thing. एक मिनट में वो delete बता रही थी. Let me see वो कहाँ गया. Otherwise यही होता था. I'm not able to see that right now. Otherwise I'll see it and I'll let you know. मुझे नजर नहीं आ रहा अभी वो कहाँ गया. But you can delete the paper from here also. If you find that this paper is not good, you can delete that. ये रहा. You can delete that paper. Okay. Then now one more important thing. Sometimes what happens that we are not able to complete our search, connection weak हो गया, light चला गया, कुछ भी हो गया, or maybe we don't remember अब इतनी बड़ा search list लिखा था, अब उसको कहाँ ढूंढे? So you can save your search string also. Now it's very important, and I really found it very handy to save my search list also. The search query like this. Now you can save it by going to your account. They will also ask you save list, save searches, right? Now you can see that this particular search has been saved. I have to find out where it has been gone. Sorry? Not able to see it. Let me do it once again. So there is a limit कितनी search save करता है ये. So maybe अच्छा, this is showing me my saved searches. Okay, stop. I could save it also. Now I'm not finding where it is. Just give me a second. Yeah, it's there. Search history. Same thing. When I saved it, it shows like this. Last की 3-4 आपको वो दिखाएगा. ये. First I did mobile and low income. उससे पहले M payment and low income, mobile and low income, and this and this. Now you can save this research. See, you can save your research from here. It will show your last activity, and whenever you will quit the Scopus, this will also vanish, right? Because I have done this activity. Now, if I want to save it, I have to save it here, from here, save, right? So next time when I want to go to this thing, I need not to write whole string, and I can just find this thing and I can just copy it and I can run my query. Right? I can delete it also, and I can edit it also, edit search term here also, or I can run it from here also. So it will save my time. I think it's clear to everyone till now. Yeah. Okay. One more feature I really want to show you, and why this is important, because I have spent hours and hours in searching the things. So I know when you lose the data on search, it hurts a lot. Right? So what you can do, one more thing I tell you. Give me a second. Go to the search. You can combine your queries also. Right? Let's say I want to combine this. अभी मैं एक और नया लिखती हूँ, then I'll combine it. Migrants. Okay. Touch. क्योंकि वो same था, so it won't be giving amazing results. So let's say this again. You have so many results. Now I need to wait till it settles down, because otherwise my system will be hanged. So I'm waiting. Okay, done. Now what I'm going to do, I want to combine. I want to show you. See, ये जो एक window है जहाँ पर हम search लिखते हैं, इसका एक limit है. बहुत सारा नहीं ले पाता है. तो sometimes you have many very big search term. जैसे AI है. I have done some work on AI. AI में मशीन लर्निंग की इतनी सारी टेक्निक्स है, तो 15 कीवर्ड्स मेरे थे. 15 में डिफरेंट कॉम्बिनेशंस थे, किस डोमेन में मुझे करना, उसके अगेन 15 कीवर्ड्स थे. So it makes me a very big search string, and I was not able to put here. So their combined query function saved me. Now what in combined query I did, देखिए इन्होंने example दे combined query, #1 and not 3, or #or 2, #and. You understand the difference between and or? And or means any paper which has this and this, only then, मतलब ये तीनों कीवर्ड होंगे वही पेपर दे. और means either these two or these two में से दे दे तो मेरा काम हो जाएगा. Right? So I will write #. Now you can see the numbers. So you need not कि ये number कहाँ से है. 6 and 5 my search query. #6 और #5. अब मैं और कह रही हूँ, so definitely it would be very big query, very big results. Now you can see ये first query था, ये over आ गया because I have given it, ये second query आ गया and results देखें. Now if I want to change it, I can say combine query #5 and #6. One more thing I just forgot. Migrant है, अगर let's say आपको लग रहा है migrant हो सकता है, migration हो सकता है, migrants हो सकता है, तो पहले 4 के ऊपर अगर आप asterisk लगा देंगे, right, तो ये सारे words पकड़ लेगा. जैसे robots, robotic, robot, या टेक्नोलॉजी, एडॉप्शन, अडॉप्ट, मतलब इस तरह के जो वर्ड्स होते हैं जो बहुत सारे एक वर्ड से हो जाते हैं. सो यू डोंट नो कि कैसे करें. सो यू पुट अ एस्टेरिस्क साइन एंड इट विल कवर ऑल द वर्ड्स व्हिच आर कमिंग इनटू इट. राइट? एनी हाउ, शायद मैंने वो किया नहीं. एक मिनट, मेरा वो रह गया. Now this was how to combine queries and how to search queries. Let's say we were doing something like this. So hashtag 6 and hashtag 5. Sorry. 5. Because much difference is not there in the two search terms, इसलिए ये इतने ज्यादा रिजल्ट आए. So that totally depends कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं, but you can play with the multiple, even 3 को भी ले सकते हैं आप साथ में, राइट? और बहुत ज्यादा है तो एक बार पहले 3 को लेकर एक बनाइए, फिर उसमें और ऐड कर दीजिए. यू कैन डू मल्टीपल टाइम्स, बट आपको क्या ध्यान रखना है बस, बट यू हैव टू टेक केयर, नीचे से उस क्वेरी का नंबर देख ले और वो आप अपनी सेव कर लें. सो यू कैन सेव दिस क्वेरी एज वेल, अदरवाइज ये क्वेरी सेव नहीं होगी. इसको सेव करना है तो आपको अलग से सेव करना पड़ेगा नीचे जाकर, राइट? तो राइट नाउ ये मेरी सेव क्वेरी नहीं है, आपको लगता है कि ये मेरी फाइनल बन गई है, आई वांट टू सेव इट, नाउ इट विल बी सेव. अब ये नाम पूछेगा आपको 2 3 4 5 6 जो भी नाम देना है, क्योंकि सेम ना हो जाए नाम, क्योंकि इसने शुरू का ले लिया है. इट शुड नॉट बी सेव. यू कैन प्ले इट विद एनीथिंग एंड यू कैन सेव. मे बी इट कैन से दैट इट एग्जिस्ट्स. सो इफ यू कैन सी हियर, ये आपको सेव्ड सर्चेस में दिखा देगा. You can see that. This, I think it's clear to you. Now I am moving to very important thing. Now this is how you can make list. Okay, so you can make 2 different lists also. In that sense, let's say I'm opening my this one file just to show you. This is one topic on which maybe I am having papers from 2020 also, 2013, 2014. So let's say I want to make a list of papers till 2019 and then another list. So what I will do, I will select the paper of 2019, or I can limit my search query here also till 2019, right? And I will go get those people, I will save it in a list. Then I will deselect these 3 years, right? And then I'll get another list. So I can name it, save it to another list. So this way you can make your different lists, and you can use this different list in comparing your data. So you can see there are now 56 results only. So one list I can say before, after 19, before 19, anything you can play. So you can, the idea is that you have to put these papers, if you really want to compare according to time frame, or you want to compare the article versus conferences paper, or you want to compare X particular on any X particular thing, or 2 domain papers, maybe business domain with social science domain. So it's up to you. So you can make separate list for your domains, and then you can run 2 files one by one in R, and then you can compare the results. So it's your creativity. Now the problem, now the thing is that just making a list will not solve our purpose. For taking it to the bibliometric analysis, we have to ready our file. Now there are different formats which are available, and different softwares run on different formats. Now VOSviewer will take a BibTeX file, or CSV file or BibTeX file can be taken for this your R also, this BiblioShiny. So basically we need these 2 extensions. So abhi right now I am doing for this file because it has some documents, 56 documents. So what I'm doing, these are all final paper on which I want to run the bibliometrics, right? So what I've done, I have just clicked on all. Then what I will do, CSV export. Now you can see RIS format is available, CSV is available, BibTeX is available, and plain text is available. So CSV I am taking, okay, comma separated variables. And ये बहुत important है. Wherever you will click, this will give the information. वही information extract होगा, बाकी information extract नहीं होगा. So generally हम funding को नहीं लेते हैं, so I am not clicked it. If you want to do, you can do. There is no harm. Other information में ये references, never miss that. नेवर एवर मिस दैट, बिकॉज आपका पोस्ट साइटेशन होगा ही नहीं अगर आपने ये मिस कर दिया. बट अदर देन दिस वी ऑल नीड दीज इंफॉर्मेशंस. सो व्हाट यू विल डू, यू विल सिंपली से एक्सपोर्ट, ऑटोमेटिकली आपकी फाइल चली जाएगी डाउनलोड्स, राइट? I can show you if it has been converted. You can see that. Now, CSV file तो आप खोल लें, कोई issue नहीं है. You can open this file, you can see this file. But BibTeX file में अगर आप save कर रहे होंगे, never open this file because वो MS Word के format में, readable format में आती है, वो corrupt हो जाती है. Then your software doesn't take that. So you can open the Scopus file, but never ever open the BibTeX file or other format file. Right? So if you want to open Scopus वाला ये वाला CSV, I can show you कैसे information ले रहा है. You can see author, author's ID, title of the paper, year, which journal, volume, issue, article number, from which page it started, from which page it end, page
Ma'am,
count,
sorry to interrupt. We cannot see
link,
your file.
affiliation, author, abstract, author
Ma'am,
keyword,
we can't see it, ma'am.
references, author, editor of the journal, publisher, ISSN, ISBN, code, abbreviation, document type, then publication final है या press में है, access type, source, because हमने Scopus लिया है, you can see, ये सारी की सारी information आपके पास आ गई. तो आपका जो software है, that software will access, will process information and will give you your desired result. So this is basically this database, right? So for today, I'm stopping here only. If you want to share anything and if you want me to repeat anything, you can ask. Can't see the CSV file. Okay, I'll share it again. Now you can see. Now you can see. Great. So what's there in that file? Author, author ID, title, year, source title means journal, volume, issue, article number, page, from which page it started, where it end, DOI, link, affiliation, author, abstract, author keyword, and index, keywords, references, corresponding, every information which we ticked there before converting that file, it all has been. Anything we left there, it will not come here. Simple thing. Simple funda. Whatever input you will give, the output you will get. If you miss something, you have to go again to the Scopus and you have to check that again and you have to do it again. So I invite your queries. Anything which you want me to repeat again, I can repeat that again. Or if you want me to ask anything, any question, you can share. Yeah, आपने ऑप्शन देखा था. नहीं, Google Scholar is different. Google Scholar is a what you will say, it's a hypermarket. सब कुछ है उसपे. Scholar से नहीं आप लेंगे, and Scholar is not that way reputed kind of citation source. See, Bibliometrics is a citation based software and Google Scholar is not that way citation software. Because sometimes you get the PDF also. So it's a kind of search engine for the scholars. Scopus is just a citation software. Anything else? Is there any? I know, but whatever, I have seen hundreds of paper on Bibliometric, but most of the time, if you want to really give some kind of authenticated result, cluster banane, 100 is a good number. But ऐसा नहीं है, आप 95 पे भी कर सकते हैं, 90 पे भी करते हैं, but definitely 100 is a good number, safe number. But if you're using just bibliometric, एक minute, I missed that question, login ID वाला. क्या था वो? Just give me. Yeah. Is there any limit for minimum number of paper? No. Is there any minimum number of the files? अच्छा, one more thing. You have seen the result ना? Scopus एक list 2000 से ज़्यादा का paper का नहीं बनाता है. It can't take more than 2000 papers to convert the list into CSV rule. So you have to see, you have to make different files, right? Login to institution, or do we need to access through? No need. If your institution have paid to the Scopus, you can go as per your this thing. You cannot use Delhi University wala because I am the faculty member over there, so that's why I have access to that. We have Web of Science, right? Mostly people use Web of Science. Otherwise, Wiley bhi hai, Taylor and Francis bhi hai, but coverage is minimum. Scopus has widest coverage, so that's why I ask people to do that. But few people combine two citation also, but for that coding need to be known. Otherwise, drag down से आप नहीं कर पाएंगे. Zotero का जो मैंने एक्चुअली Zotero से कभी किया नहीं है इस पे, बट Zotero रेफरेंस मैनेजमेंट का है, वो साइटेशन का नहीं, जिस तरह से मेटा एनालिसिस है. So Zotero is not a citation this thing software. That is a reference manager. Any other question? So I think you have understood how to combine queries, how to save queries, how to search your list. That is very important. Because otherwise you have to do this thing, searching thing multiple times, and it takes hell lot of time. You will feel that in running the software, it doesn't take much. Okay, I'll share, no issues. I'll share my paper list today only. No issues. I'll share CSV file with you, right? So that you can run RStudio. I'll share it tomorrow. Or maybe I'll share it. No issues. You'll be having one CSV file. I'll be sharing recording, sir. So, yeah, definitely I'll provide. I hope you understood whatever I have taught today. Thank you. Any other thing you want to ask? Thank you so much. Anything else you want to ask? So maybe tomorrow at 6. If you don't have any institutional ID, then you have to make friends to those people who have institutional IDs. No other way out. Okay, thank you so much. We'll meet tomorrow.